My name is Jerry Jenkins, and how I got into believing in God and Jesus, I mean, I'd always been a believer of Him, but I never did nothing about it. You know, I just never knew that much about it all. But anyway, I had a drinking problem, so they advised you to try to find a higher power, whoever that may be. You know, you can't get any higher than God, so I'm taking God to be my higher power. And I asked Him one day that I had an addiction to drinking and I needed His help. And just kerbang, that burden was taken off of my shoulders, and I never wanted to drink again. And I never have. And that's been probably 20-some years ago now. So. And my wife, she wanted me to go to church more and more, but I'd always kind of drug my feet about that, you know, thinking I don't think I'd fit in. But eventually she won out and I started coming to church. Then my son and my daughter-in-law, they both come to New Hope Church. So we decided to try that. And right away I took a liking to the church and the pastor and the people that I met in the church and the relaxed dress and all that. It was more to my liking. And then I got into Bible study, which was the best thing I'd ever did, because the group I'm with is young at heart, and there was more people that I was relaxed around and felt better about it. And we started the Bible study, you know, for the last couple of years. And I've really grown since I've got into that. Helped explain the Bible to me, which I could make no sense of before, you know. So that's the main thing that I think has really given me a boost to my religious type of life.
And last question, why do you want to get baptized?
Well, I'd been baptized about 29 years ago, but I really didn't know that much about it. And the pastor, I remember, asked me how I wanted to be baptized. I said, well, I don't know. I've probably not been the best person in the world, so you better give me the works, not knowing that much about it. But anyway, he just sprinkled me. Then we got into the Bible study, and I got to hear about the being reborn again. So I talked to the pastor about that, just being sprinkled, and he advised me to, you know, be submerged and be baptized over again. So that's where I'm at with that, and I really want to do that. It means a cleansing of my body. It's a new awakening for me, and everything that I want to be more towards God and Jesus, a follower of Jesus Christ.
My name is Summer, and I got saved by going to Christ. I heard voices in my head when I was 6, and then after that I had this strong pull for some reason. I asked my mother to go to church, and she agreed. I went to VBS, actually. So it wasn't actually church, but it was VBS. When I went to my dad, I knew that he was a Christian. So I knew that I was going to go to church every day, or every Sunday. I feel like I have grown more about God, or learned more about God when I said the prayer, which I think was sometime last month. I said it with Pastor Ryan. My sister, I think she was being attacked by demons in her room. So my dad went to talk to Pastor Ryan about that, and we went to like his little office to get a Bible, and he asked if we understood, and then I said the prayer, and now I'm here. and I believe in God, and I trust that He can save me. Being baptized means that show everybody that I'm a Christian and that I believe and trust in God.
When I first met God is at my first day of church camp in the summer when I was 5. I was homesick and I was laying in bed and I was crying. And I felt this big, warm, soft hand on my back. And I turned around and nothing was there. And I stopped crying and I fell right asleep. And then the next day, I kind of learned more about Him and then knew that it was Him who comforted me. And then I accepted Him into my life. At first I was close, but after a few days when we went home, I distanced myself because I didn't really have like a church to go to. So I distanced myself a lot more, but every summer I got closer to Him because I went to summer camp, but after it was always like a few days after I was not with Him. This summer I had a talk with my mom and she noticed that I wasn't really as close with Him and I wasn't really myself. And this summer I learned to be who I am and live through Him and not through me, and not like focus on me, but focus on Him more than I should. Because I feel when I live my life through Jesus, I'm a lot more alive and more happy than I am when I'm not with Him. It's kind of like a rebirth of myself. Like I'm new, I'm living through Him. I am like, it makes me feel more of a child of His. It reassures me that I'm like living for Him, that I want to be with Him, like live my life through Him.
My name's Stanley Hansen, and I got reintroduced to God through my friend Brandon Order, and he started giving me rides to church, and then started getting more fun, and I just wanna have more going in my life. The energy, it's all positive. Even though we sing too much, and because I'm not a good singer, but He made me a better person. I mean, I used to be Catholic, and I was a mad Catholic due to their inconsistencies, and now I'm happy and stuff. It's coming from God. It's just I want to sing. I'm not going to, but it will. I just told you it was slow. It took showing up like for 4 or 5 masses, and then it just started. It was like a rolling boulder downhill. It started growing. Yes, I trust the Lord with everything. Since He's taken over, I don't drink. I don't partake in edibles or smoke any edibles. I just wanted to share. The Lord's a carpenter and He fixes houses, but He also fixes souls. It means a fresh start, because I was baptized when I was 2 years old, Catholic, and the baptism died because I don't remember anything. It just became history, so I'm doing it to start over and have some memories. It had a lot to do with going to church all the time and just seeing how my life just to say thank you to the Lord for what He's done for me.